Hi everyone, it's been 2 years since I last made a video about this guy on this channel, where I basically summed up everything that's wrong with John Marston in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it there so you can go watch it now. If you want to see the playthrough of Red Dead 2 that I did, there's only one episode and I'm going to talk about that at the end, that's there. Anyway, I thought it'd be good as a bit of a comeback video to react to some of the comments. Some of them I've seen, some of them I've not, because I got locked out of this YouTube channel for around a year and a bit. I set aside around an hour and I managed to get back into it, thankfully, because I'd added my phone number as the recovery number for that Google account. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over now to my screen and we're going to just cycle through some of the comments, pick out some, give my opinion on what I think, and yeah, I think it might be fun because there was a lot of variety on this video. I got quite a lot of slack for it, to be honest, but there was a lot of support as well, which was nice. So yeah, let's jump straight in. Okay, so here we are. This is the video as it was. What's happened to John? Everything wrong with RDR2's John Marston in 5 minutes. Now this totaled 367,467 views, which is a nice number. And I posted this on the 2nd of Jan 2021. 8.2k likes with 3,023 comments. So what we're gonna do is we'll filter it from top comments first and then cycle down, and I'll just skip ahead to when I found some decent comments.
A few moments later.
Right, that's now, I think I broke it.
A few minutes later.
I just broke it, haven't I? God damn it.
12 seconds later.
So Simon Jr., I think this is a really interesting comment. Simon Jr. said, I mean, with his movement animation, the actor who plays him did both games, so he's just being himself. It's the fact that it's Arthur Morgan. It's the fact that it's Arthur's body shape that makes it bad. Yes, Rob Wheatoff did do both. However, fun fact, in the cutscenes, sometimes it was swapped as well, and Roger did Rob's and vice versa. However, again, John's animations in game, pretty sure they are literally Roger's animate. Like, it's just Arthur's animations in the game. And this is a big thing with me with John, is that I think there's 3 different parts to this issue. There's everything that's wrong with John visually, what you can see. Then I think 30% of it is his animations, and I think the other 10% of it is probably how Rockstar react to it, because they just don't, or they just make a mockery of the community that do care about this issue. With his animations, it heavily bothers me, and the reason why is because they are there. They are literally there in the game, and for whatever reason, they just chose not to use the files. I mean, if you play on PC, then I'm going to link some good mods in the description if you do care about this problem with John, because this video now is outdated, to be honest, because I think in August of 21 was when JMRP really sort of took flight, and so did a lot of other mods began to catch up to fix John. So I will link some in the description that you can check out if you're a PC player. If you're a console player, I would recommend playing on 1.0. You obviously don't get the full experience, but it's a lot better than playing on current patch. Just do keep in mind that you can't play Red Dead online if you do that, because you need to keep the game offline. You can't update the game past the base patch. But yeah, anyway, so the way it looks like to me is that I sort of used to try and justify it by thinking, what if there was an issue last minute with John and his files were there and they just said, sack it, we're not going to do this, just keep him with Arthur's, just give him all of Arthur's animations. But then it doesn't make sense. The reason why that doesn't make sense is because they slowly then, with every update, John's body started changing, and that's the part which doesn't make sense. Like, that was done for a reason. Something either went wrong or they just chose to do it, maybe to make it easy for themselves. I don't know, but yeah, like, I'm just sick of people trying to justify it. There's a lot of comments on this video that allude to the scenario of trying to justify Rockstar's decision. You paid for that game, whether you like it or not, or whether you realize it or not. You benefited Rockstar by buying Red Dead Redemption 2, whatever platform you bought it on: Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, unless it's Switch. Then I don't know, Nvidia, whatever, okay? You benefited Rockstar, so you have a right as a consumer to give your say and give your feedback. The reason why companies like Rockstar, Take-Two, get away with this is because people let them, because people are pushovers and people let them. Can you imagine, okay, think back to CDPR and all the slack they got with Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3, alright? Imagine if that was Rockstar, because it would not have happened at all. No way in hell would people have come forward and slated CDPR the way they did Rockstar. And do you know why? Because a lot of the things that people were saying about CDPR could, literally the name could have been swapped out for Rockstar at some point or another. But Rockstar, for whatever reason, get a free pass. And obviously, I'm pretty sure it's because, A, they're probably the most known company, and 2, because of GTA. Because GTA just gives them a free pass for everything. Like, need I say more? On to the next one. Hughes Gaming said, "What you mean what happened to John? Red Dead Redemption 2 was not a sequel, it was a prequel. They went back in time to when he was younger, not older." Exactly, which is why on the thumbnail I put he went from this to this. But some people just didn't get that. Yeah, exactly, it was a prequel. However, it literally looks like he's had backwards plastic surgery. Like, it looks like he went from how he did in Red Dead 1 and got plastic surgery to how he looked in Red Dead 2. So, and it's just not the fact that he looks older. Like, once again, if you go and Google or YouTube any of the mods that enhance how John looks in Red Dead 2. You know what, I'm just going to throw it in. I'm going to put some screenshots in there now that I pulled off Twitter, and I put the credits there on screen now. That is literally looks like a younger version of John in Red Dead Redemption 2. And that is taken from American Venom, which is 100 times better with the mods. Guys, just stop trying to excuse them. If you don't see an issue with it, then fine. Move on. But don't try and gaslight people and say there's not an issue when there clearly is. And I know at this point it's not something that's largely advocated for anymore, if you will, as in people don't spam Rockstar sort of comments. But actually, here's a funny story. I'm going on a bit of a tangent now, but Rockstar... I tell you when it was. When the GTA Definitive Edition Trilogy came out, people were going ape, and I mean ape. And I think it was about the textures, I think, in San Andreas. I'm not 100%. But anyway, on my Twitter account, I think I've deleted it, to be honest, because I just kept getting comments, and it got to the point where I had to put in my name. My reply to Rockstar is satire, please do not come for me. I literally put just the epitome of, like, the nothing's wrong with John. Go buy shark cards, like, gold bars, whatever, you know. Anyway, I literally put a thing saying, I'm going to try and find it actually, and I'll put it on screen, but it basically said, oh, it's a beautiful masterpiece. Rockstar didn't have to give you this game. Just shut up and stop being greedy, blah, blah, blah. And all the GTA fanboys came for me on that comment, like, all of them. And it was so funny because it was literally the backwards, like, can you imagine that on a Red Dead Twitter thread? It's like, it's just crazy how, like, the double standards exist when it comes to GTA. And it was literally, like, the John situation, but flipped over onto between two different sort of franchises. But yeah, that was a fun time. First Name says, I'm not saying I disagree on you with John Marston's hair colour in the first Red Dead Redemption, but it looked more black to me instead of brown. I thought my brother's hair was black for, like, 18 years, and it was actually brown. Sorry, no, I'm not. I just said I've not known my brother for 18 years, but I'm 22. I'm 21. I'm 22. Yeah. Anyway, no, it's definitely brown. It just looks black maybe, but in certain lights it is brown. But no, but in Red Dead 2, the hair's like, it's a horrible washed out black. It's like when you buy semi-permanent hair dye, if you've ever dyed your hair, and it starts washing out and it goes out really horrible, like faded colour. That's what it's like in Red Dead 2 for John. And it's just stupid. It's just lazy. Stephen Day says, I mean, I kind of understand the part about the hair, but I've never really complained about it. I like the fact that you can customise John's features now. The other stuff about John being in Arthur's body, I've never noticed this and don't see what you mean by how Rockstar is trying to turn John into Arthur. I really don't see why or how Rockstar could have messed up his appearance. Perhaps they patched it out or fixed it or something, but for me, I've not noticed anything particularly alarming. I don't understand, and if you don't notice anything, it's fine, but I don't understand how people can't see it. But anyway, yeah, there's something up with him. First chorus verse says it's the other way around. The Red Dead 2 John is younger and Red Dead Redemption John is older. Again, I don't know how people are getting mixed up on the thumbnails. I am talking about it in chronological order. Yes, Red Dead Redemption 1 came first, but in chronological order, in timeline order, Red Dead Redemption 2 came before Red Dead Redemption 1. So we went from looking like this to looking like this. Rip Van Winkle, this is ironic, and I genuinely can't tell whether this is irony or not, or satire. Nothing's wrong, he's just A's genius. Yeah, I hope that was sarcasm. Oh, Justin F's ass Says, doesn't look where he aims. You realise your eyes can move independently of your head, right? Graphics are further along now than they were then, but way to dig to make content. Got your view from me. Well, Justin, thankfully, thank you for your view, but I probably could have done without it, to be honest. If you play as Arthur and you aim down the sights of your gun, in photo mode, Arthur will be looking down the sights. John is looking over there. If you were looking over there in the Wild West, you'd be dead. You'd have been shot. Like, he just eyes are just going over here. It's like Abigail's giving him a striptease. It's like, he's just not focusing almost right in front of him. But no, you're right. Graphics are further along now than they were then. And which is why there's no excuse in this day and age. A big example that I like to put out, because some people say, there's one comment and I can't find it now. And somebody said about how the graphics are worse in Red Dead 2 and that's why John doesn't look right. I don't agree with this, and the reason why, if you look at Dutch, this is Dutch as he was in Red Dead Redemption 1. This is Dutch as he is, as he is in Red Dead Redemption 2. That looks like it could be an older version of that. Okay, because it does. Because even though the poly model is obviously nowhere near as refined, they were nowhere near as refined in Red Dead Redemption 1, you can still believe that is, like, he's him. It's the same with Bill. This is Bill in Red Dead Redemption 1. And this is Bill in Red Dead Redemption 2. Yet again, you can see the resemblance. And same with Javier. I think out of Dutch, Bill, and Javier is the one who probably looks the most different. But you can still believe that is meant to be that. And whereas that does not look like that. Like, you can literally see Arthur and John. It's like John's face has just been pasted onto his body and his hair dyed black. And whereas this does look like this, or that could be a younger version of him. The beauty of mods doing the work for the people. EJ Elbertson says, I don't see the problem. Just give your John long hair and a light amount of facial hair. It's that simple. No, because he doesn't look right. This is what John looks like with length 7, right parted hair, and a light amount of facial hair. I'll put it on screen. He looks awful, okay? He just looks terrible. Especially when he's underweight as well. I mean, me with Red Dead, I can't be bothered constantly trying to maintain his weight, so I just let him get underweight, and then his cheekbones just go dead. Like, ugh. He just doesn't. He looks horrible. He looks absolutely horrible. We'll do a few more on this screen, and then we're gonna call it a day. So, V-Man says, because it's mostly Arthur's game, that's why John isn't as detailed as you want, like RDR. I mean, there is some alternative storyline where John saved humanity from zombies. Y'all are really thinking about accuracy in stories. Yeah, but that's exactly it, though. Whereas Undead Nightmare was like a spin-off, a dream from it, but Red Dead 2 is the main story. And you can say it's Arthur's game, and you do play as Arthur, but the foundation of the franchise is John Marston. So, and it's not really much to do with the accuracy in the story, it's about how John looks. And his personality as well, because his personality's off, but especially with how he looks. I could probably put up with his personality if he looked decent. Okay. Poor says, he's just younger, of course he looks different. Be grateful for the excellent game Rockstar gave us. The hairstyle of a main protagonist is nothing compared to small details like shrinking horseballs, bears scratching their backs on trees, NPCs eating their food. I could go on and on about these important details you will rarely care to notice, but they are what you should be appreciating, instead of worrying about virtual hair which is on the screen at all times. This is a comment that's done it for me. I'm never making a YouTube video again. That's it. I've settled the debate. There's nothing wrong with John. This comment, by the way, just a preface, this is like 100% satire. This is one of our people right here. But yeah, it's funny though, because he's literally, it's so believable if you look at it as well. Like, at first I was reading it and I was like, does that actually come from him? But yeah, he's being sarcastic there. But yeah, basically, yeah, I should just shut up and be grateful because details, right? So guys, that was it for this video. Thank you for watching. I just want to talk about the fact that I know I made my call to playthrough 2 years ago, which I said that I was going to carry on. I am going to carry it on, but I had to completely nuke my PC and all my save files with it for all my different games. I didn't really care because some of them are cloud saved and others I could just rip files from online. And with Red Dead 2, that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going on Nexus Mods. I will link in the description the Chapter 2 save file that I found, which is a clean save file. You're able to download it just to get past the Coulter stage, because I really hate Coulter. I've never liked it. it's just so slow, and I get it's meant to be like a tutorial, but yeah, it's just horrible and I hate it. So we're gonna skip. We're gonna skip that. Jump straight into chapter 2, Horseshoe Overlook. Clean, fresh slate. Arthur won't have anything done to him, and then we're just gonna pick it up from there. And I'll try and upload once a week on Sundays. But yeah, thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Please comment below as well what videos you'd like to see on the channel. I'm hoping to not just focus on Red Dead. I want to do other games as well. It'd be good to do some horror games. I hate playing horror games alone, so I think it'd be a good watch. But yeah, thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later.